Hello and welcome to the Brazilian BA guests. We are bringing different people from the business analysis community here, different experts to talk about different subjects on the interest of all business analysis practitioners. If you're not subscribed to this channel yet, subscribe it, click on the bell so you are going to be warned every time we have a new episode. Today, I bring two friends from Scotland. Mrs. Julia Newell and Linda Parker. Hello, girls. Thank you for coming.
Hi there.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to have you both here. And I have a question for you both because I know you have been working as a volunteer for the BA community. And my question is, what's the value of volunteering for the business analysis community?
I'll go first then. Hello, Fabrizio. I've been volunteering for a number of years now. I originally started with IIBA UK in the Scotland branch. And it's always just wonderful to meet fellow people, other BAs in the local community, to get together on a regular basis, to chat about your problems, to listen to speakers and find out what's happening in the industry overall. I've then continued. I'm now Community Director for Scotland and the North for IIBA UK as well.
That's great. And how about you, Linda?
So I have to be honest and say that I started as a volunteer in the Scotland branch as well. When I started, it was because I started as a contractor and needed to build up my contacts. But once you're in, you kind of get hooked. And I think I've been a member of the Scotland branch for over 10 years now. And you kind of get hooked on training because, of course, you get a lot of new information coming through. You meet a lot of people who have lots of different knowledge, lots of different experiences. And then you like to, I sort of like to just get involved in that, giving back to other people as well, because there's so much out there. And also you kind of nurture and bring on new people. Since doing the IIBA work, I've also got involved in the mentoring scheme. So I've mentored younger BAs through that scheme, but I've also mentored younger BAs through a company that I used to work for, and just because I've been approached by other BAs. So once you're in it, it just fuels more activity. So it's just a great way to give back.
That's interesting. And so you talking about being part of a community or creating contacts and giving back to this community, and people who would like to engage, who would like to volunteer, and they just don't know the way. What do you suggest for those people who would like to volunteer too, and they just don't know where to start from?
So I think one of the good ways to start is that IIBA, I mean, Julia and I, and indeed yourself, we're all members of the IIBA. So there tends to be a community somewhere that you can go along to. But once you get into a community, then even online, there are lots of BA meetup groups. And those are quite good to go along to as well, because once you're in those, you can start to get involved in attending. And then invariably, because life ebbs and flows, so life gets in the way, usually the committee always needs a representative to help organise the next meeting or next meetup. So just simply ask. BAs are good at asking questions. If they need help to organise the next event. Don't know if you've got your thoughts, Julia.
Yeah. I was going to say, funnily enough, I was at an IIBA event just last night in Manchester, and about half the audience there were brand new. They'd never been to an event before. And by the end of it, they all said they'd thoroughly enjoyed it. And I think that is definitely the first step. Go to an event, try and find either a branch or, like Linda says, there are other groups out there as well. I know some people were quite nervous about going. There's a thing about networking. It's difficult. You don't know anybody in the room. But what I think everybody quickly finds out is that we've all got this commonality. We're all BAs. And that passion and positivity fills the room really, really quickly. And you leave with such a buzz, and you've made new contacts, new friends, that you'll want to go back. And it is very much that the more you get involved with it, you do want to give back to something in the community as well.
I have been feeling something like that, like we are part of a community, and not just a local community as you were last week, but a global community like we are here at this moment. And it's nice to be part of a community of people who are dealing with the same kind of situations, with the same difficulties, with the same issues, and where we can share and understand each other. It's always really wonderful. You, Linda said about asking question, how can I help? And I understand that we need volunteers that can lead, that can identify gaps, that it can identify points that something could be done and create something. And you both have a nice experience about creating something new from a perspective where you just saw there's a need and we can volunteer or do something about that, and you created a very nice festival, the BALife Festival. Can you tell us a little bit what is this BA Festival and how was this created?
Yeah. Do you want me to start, Julia, and then you can follow on? Yeah. So we took our contacts with BAs one step further, and we created BALife, which is our business analysis festival in a day. So it's a single day conference. It's run online, so it's virtual. And what we do is we invite a number of speakers to come along. It's a combination of recognized speakers. A lot of you will recognize people from all different areas. For Britcio, you yourself are going to speak at this year's one. Also people like Kathy Burkidge and Paddy and Grant from Visual Jam are going to be at this year's. But what we try to do, because we're both in Scotland and the north of England, we try to encourage BAs that are new from that area to come and talk at the conference, because it might be their first opportunity to spread their sort of presentation wings, if you like, and really get engaged in a conference for the first time as presenters. There's a great wealth of talent in Scotland and the north, and we like to encourage that talent to come out and really show what they can do. Julia, I don't know if you've got other things that you can add.
I think it's also a great opportunity for some of the organisations that we have in the area. It's almost a sign for them to say how much that they value the BAs that they have within the organisation. And by sponsoring us, they often provide speakers as well, that they're able to talk about what they're doing as BAs within their specialised field, and to share that with everybody. And it's quite homely, it's quite intimate, it's small, but there's some forward thinking, very progressive thinking, and that's kind of what we're wanting to make sure that BAs are always kind of one step ahead of the game as well.
Great. And then for people who are speaking at this conference, it's also a volunteering speaking, right? So it's an opportunity for volunteering, for giving back to the community and for sharing their knowledge. So thank you for providing or for creating this great festival, the BALife Festival. And thank you for inviting me. It's going to be an honor to be part of this year event. And I invite everyone who is watching us, if you are thinking about volunteering, to look for your local chapter of IIBA. And if they have something for you to do, just apply. Ask, as Linda said, ask if they have something for you to do. If they don't have anything, propose something. Try to create something. Put yourself on the spot and say, oh, I want to lead something. I have an idea, and I think that's useful. That's what we are having here in Brazil, in the IIBA Brazil chapter. We are having a lot of volunteers that are coming with ideas, and they say, how can the chapter support you instead of how you can support the chapter? And this is usually helpful, and we have a lot of volunteering running stuff here, as you have in UK, and so you are. Girls, thank you very much for coming. If people want to know more about the BALife conference, where they can find it?
Our website is www.balife.co.uk, and we are also on LinkedIn, BALife.
Perfect. And
And-
the links
and
are going to
Instagram.
be here.
Oh, yeah.
And Instagram and on Facebook. So look for BALife on those social media platforms. And another good one is YouTube as well. We do release some of our past speakers on YouTube.
Nice, nice. Please provide me some links, and I put all them on the descriptions here of this video. Someone who's watching us have the links here, easy to access. Thank you, girls. See you soon.
Thank you
Thank
very
you for
much.
having us. Thanks.